Hello everyone, so happy that you are back to see this video. What I am trying to do on the English speaking channel, which is this one, Plant Life with Nina. I also have the Spanish one, which is Nina Suculentas y Más. So I'm trying to have them parallel English and Spanish with the same videos, but in this channel, I would like to do a little bit something more. I'd like to show you what plants I have already at home. And that way you have an idea of what I'm talking about. I do have more than 200 plants. I have not counted them, so I don't know, but I know I have quite a bit, and I'm trying to slow down for now. Just take care of them and make them nice and beautiful. So that's my goal. Today we're going to be doing the second part of the tour of the plants that I have, but we're going to go on my balconies. The plants that I have outside right now in Puerto Rico, it is approximately, I'd say like 80 degrees. The humidity is high. It's like 50% chance humidity, rain today. So yeah, I can feel the humidity a little bit. But yeah, the plants outside in the balcony do receive sunlight, direct sunlight in the morning. It is a northeast facing window. And I also have the southwest facing windows on my other balcony, and those receive a little bit more light. Yeah, but they like those. So I'm trying to always put them exactly where they are best capable of growing and growing healthy. And yeah, so that's what I try to do. If I see that one plant is not very happy, I try to find out why, check the rules or check if they have any pests or just the sunlight that they're receiving or the humidity or the watering. So it's like a test, it's like when there's a newborn and you don't know exactly what they want, and it's a guessing game until you eventually just kind of get to that point that you understand your plants and each individual one, because yeah, they all have different requirements. So I'm so happy that you're here, and we're gonna go ahead with part 2 of the tour of the plants that I have in the house. So let's get going. Sorry for the noise outside. Apparently there's a neighbor that is working in his yard. So we're gonna go ahead with the tour anyways, put a little bit of music behind us and see what we can do. I'm gonna start off with this Ficus triangularis. It was fuller. Apparently it flowered and some of the leaves fell off. So this gravel that I have here is an indicator of how long it's been, that has not been repotted. And then I painted these little ladybugs, different colors, also from stones. But yeah, this one's gonna be one of the next ones that I am going to repot and try to put beautiful. It's really nice. Okay, so here I have the bird of paradise. This is the white one, the white flower. This one I bought smaller. If you haven't seen the video, yeah, this is a new leaf. So I am really happy about that. It's growing very nicely. And yeah, I like the bird of paradise. I'm gonna put the name on here on the screen so you can see it. Then all these 5 forbias. These are, I believe they're forbias milli, but they're not the miniature kind. These are the bigger flower ones. And I'll tell you that they did have a lot of flowers this past week. And then we had a lot of rain and a lot of wind, and most of the flowers fell off. But yeah, look how beautiful. These are the ones that finally remained. And the stems are sticky, so I try not to touch them too much. Okay, here's another one. This one's the red one. This one's a little smaller. The flower is smaller. It's like half of the size of the previous one, but it is very intense red. This one right here is like a cream with a little bit of green, like dashes of green. And then here's a new one. This one's just coming out. Okay. And then this is the 5th one. Look how beautiful. These euphorbias can grow really, really pretty, and they do require a lot of sun, but I do have them here receiving the sun in the morning, and they're doing very good. Very nicely. Okay, we go with the Samaculcas Samafolia. This is the Black Raven. This one I bought very small, and it is growing very nicely, very abundant. And let me show you a new growth here. Look how nice it is. It comes out green, like a lime green, and then it starts turning black. So it's a very intense black. Yeah, but I really, really like it. It's a very easy plant to have, and you can either have it outside. I try not to put it in direct sunlight too much. So the leaves won't burn. Okay, this one is Zumbia. I believe it's Zumia. This is a cardboard plant. It's very common here in Puerto Rico. You can see it outside in a lot of landscaping. This is a new stem with new leaves, and the texture is hard, and it does feel like cardboard. It's very, very hard. Okay, we go on to the next one. This one's also a bird of paradise, but this is the orange kind. This is an orange flower, and this is a new leaf right here. Very nice. It's growing very nicely. So it's gonna be a while before I get the flowers, but at this pace, it's doing very, very nicely. Okay, now this one, I believe it's a Dracena, but I'm not really sure. It could be some type of ginger. It's variegated, and when I saw it, I said, oh, how beautiful. The flowers, the variegation, very, very beautiful. So if I can get the name, I will put it up on the screen. But yeah, I love it, and it's growing very nicely. All this right here is new growth. These leaves right here, new growth, and there's another one coming out. Okay, now this one is a creeping fig. This is the regular kind. I put it on recently, and I attached it to this moss pole, and so far so good. It looks good. It's I really like it. And I did get the variegated one, but the variegated one I believe is downstairs. That will be on the next tour. And I attach them with these beautiful butterflies, or in this case, dragonflies. And it kind of brings out the color and the beauty of the plant. Okay, now this one right here is a syngonium. This is a goosefoot syngonium. Goosefoot meaning, look at all these lobes. Now this one, I believe, is receiving too much sun. So, and you can tell by the color of the leaves. Summer's coming in, spring just got here, and it's receiving a little bit too much sun. So yeah, it will be taken out of here and put in somewhere that's gonna be a little bit more shady. Okay, here we have peperomia, and I also have, I believe this is the escaleto. If not, then this is just the addisonii. This is a new leaf here, and I have to put it on a moss pole. That's something I'm gonna have to do. But right now it's vining, and it's on top of my turtle. Okay, now we're gonna go into the ficus. Okay, the ficus I have is a very leggy. This is a very leggy one. This is the ruby. Now the ruby, it gets red. But since it is leggy, what I'm gonna be doing, I was thinking about notching it and, you know, cutting a little bit here so that I can get another branch or two. But what I did is I did an experiment, and I actually cut this one over here. This one's the Titaneki. This one was leggy too. I cut it totally. I planted it, or I just inserted it in the soil, and so far so good. It hasn't died, but I do see new growth. So I do see 1, 2, and 3 new growths coming out, and this one has not died. So I'm gonna do the same thing with the other one, which is the ruby. And yeah, so far so good. So I'm happy with that experiment. Okay, down here I have the Alocasia, Pink Lady. Now this was full. And after a certain amount of time, it just dies off. And if you don't replant it, it will die. So I replanted this one and it's coming out. And I have it right beside the gnome, but I also have it in my turtle, another turtle. I think he's so cute. Okay, we're gonna go up to the next shelf. This one right here, this is some type of air plant my friend Lucy gave to me. And yeah, I bought this planter in Marshall, and I hadn't thought about what to put in there. And when I got this plant, I just inserted it, and I said, you know what, I'm just gonna put it here for now until I find out what I'm gonna do with it. And it's stuck. It's stuck in there. It's growing. And air plants, yeah, air plants don't need soil. This being a terracotta pot, it does have ventilation. It does evaporate the water that gets accumulated in there. There is no hole in there. Okay, this one's a little loose, but this one's pretty much stuck in there. The next one is the fishbone cactus, Epiphyllum, what is it? Fingolier? Okay, so this one did get, so we can see there's a seed pod. And we'd also have a fern that decided to grow in there also. So I'm leaving it there. And it's growing very nicely. It's very easy to propagate. I believe I propagated by water. And yeah, but it's gonna need a repot pretty soon. It's growing out of control. And with that fern in there, they decided to go in there. Well, what can you say? Okay, the next one is an orchid. This orchid, I gotta cut this leaf off. It's a little damaged. But this has very beautiful flowers, purple flowers. And I did put it in this tree fern fiber trunk that they had cut into a pot. I thought it was kind of cute. I bought it like that. I put some Phalaenopsis potting mix from Better Grow, and I put the plant inside there, and so far so good. It's growing. So I just have to make sure that I clean the leaves a little bit more, make sure that it's healthy. Okay, on this one we have the Caladium Xanthosoma lindenii, and it's also Magnificum. Now this one died off on me, and I said, oh, I think I lost it. And I put it out here to get some morning sun, and it started popping up again. So I guess it liked it. And I also have some Alocasia. This is the regular green Alocasia, and it's a nice filler. It's cute. But this one's a new leaf, and I'm so happy that I didn't lose it. Okay, on the back, in the dog Talavera, I have, I believe that is the Hoya Carnosa Crimson Princess, but that has been reverted, and I only have like one leaf there that is not reverted, but other than that, I just keep it there. It's having fun. Okay, now this one over here, it was a gift from one of the ones that I had bought, the unboxings, and they had given me this plant, and I thought I just saw the name in here. It's in there somewhere. I guess not. Okay, but it's some type of tropical tree, and it does attract a lot, the flowers do attract a lot of bees, so that's kind of good. I want bees here. Okay, here we go to the next one, which is the Hoya Croniana. And this one has been constantly flowering for me. And it just dies off. And let me see if I can get focused. Okay, so I have several peduncles. And this one's already open, so you can see the flower. It's just a simple white cream, and it smells absolutely delicious. Okay, now this one over here is the Philodendron Brazil that I tested out. I propagated it and I put it in aeroid mix, and so far so good. It seems to like getting a little bit of sun, morning sun, and the rain. Now this one is, I forgot the name of this one. What is the name of this one? It's some type of bromeliad, but I don't remember exactly the name. I'll try to get the name for you. Now this one is very picky. It does like sun. I put it in the terrarium, I put it inside, and it just did not like it. So I finally said, you know what, I'm gonna try something new, and I'm gonna put it outside, get some sun, and look at that vibrant color. And I put it in this pot. It's not very deep, it's a terracotta, and it's filling out very, very nicely. The color is just spectacular. I love this color. It's like a fuchsia, and it's got a little bit of brownish or reddish or dark red. It has like different types of pink. I mean, it's just beautiful. I love it. So pretty. You can see a lot of colors of this plant, but this one in particular, I don't even recall where I got it. It must have been Byron Park. I don't remember. Okay, the next plant that I have is, this is the Alocasia cuculata, and this was in the backyard of my neighbor, and she said, you know what, you want some of this? I said, sure, no problem. And yeah, this is growing very nicely. Very nice. Simple, but nice. Okay, let's go to the top level. This one is a Tradescantia purpura. Let's see. The names are wearing off here. Yeah, this is the Tradescantia purpura, but remember the Tradescantias, you have to constantly be repotting. They like new soil, they like fertilization, they like, I don't know, they just like pruning all the time. So this one pops up, and then I prune it, and then it goes up, and it grows, and then, well, what can you say? Okay, now this orchid right here, the Phalaenopsis, was downstairs. I repotted it in the tree fern fiber pot, and it dried up a little bit, but it was, see how it got burned here from the sun? It does not like direct sunlight. And from the stem, from here, the flower comes out. This is already dying out. It's already old. But from here, if you do not cut it, it regenerates, and the flowers keep coming out from the stem. So yeah, let me see if I can put. It's been the weather has been a little crazy. Okay, now this one over here, I believe it's a Hoya pubicalis. Regular, this one I have downstairs, and it grows. It's very proficient. It grows a lot. The flowers are like a burgundy. It's a nice ball of flowers. I call them little like pom-poms. They're so cute. But yeah, this one's a reproduction of the one I have downstairs. Oh, thank God that neighbor turned that thing off. Okay. Next is, this one is a Peperomia beetle. This one has been with me for a while. These are flowers, believe it or not. Yeah, they're very strange flowers, but when they get a lot of sun, they flower a lot. But it's still with me. I can't believe it. And it's a Peperomia, which, oh no, he turned it back on again. Okay, never mind. So, I'm really happy about that one. Now here I have a Ripsalis cerascula. Cerascula? Cerascula. Okay. Like I don't know whether, well, you probably don't know, but I had an experiment with this, and I put one branch in soil, regular soil, and I put another one in a glass container with no drainage, and it's growing also. So I believe the one in soil is growing better. but they're both doing very nice, very well. They seem to like the sun, they seem to like the water. I have no problems with it. It's like a very easy plant. So I'm gonna try to get some more of these Rupsalis. Okay, we're gonna go to the top level. The top level is a little crazy, as you can see. Now this one I have the Hoya Viola. This is like a yellow flower pom-poms. They're really, really pretty. This is a new acquisition to my collection, and I repotted it recently. So I'm just waiting, and it's growing very nicely. This beauty is my cactus, my monkey tail cactus. Look how big it's growing. One of the things that they did tell me is that if you pinch off the tip, it doubles up. Apparently this one dried off right here and it produced these two, but I tried it on the other ones and it just kept growing. It just corrected itself and it started growing again, just this one. So this one might produce another one. Now the trick with these monkey tails is that you need, if you want to touch them, it's very soft, but it has to be in the right direction, because if you kind of go upward against the fiber, against the thorns or the whatever they're called, then it could, yeah, it'll hurt. So, oh, this one might be growing something there. I'm not sure. Well, that's it for that one. This one is a no ID. These are all new leaves. This is a Hoya. I don't know the name. I repotted it and it's growing very nicely. Look at all these new leaves. I am so happy about it. It's growing very nice, very nice. I'm gonna let it just manifest itself right here. Okay, now this one over here is one that I bought recently. It's a new acquisition also, which is the Hoya Wailendiae. No, this is the Wailendiae Plain and Classic. Now look at these flowers. They started flowering for me already. I am so happy. There's 3 peduncles right there. I'm not sure if there's any more. Oh, they're so pretty. I get so happy. Okay, so this is what I have on the first stand. Let's go to the next one. This one is a ground orchid. You plant on the soil, regular soil, nothing very special about this one. The flowers, I'm gonna see if I can get, I think I took a picture of the flower. If not, it just flowered recently, and this one I'm gonna be cutting off pretty soon. But yeah, it's nice, and it does like the sun. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next one, which is the Hoya macrophylla. This one, I do love the design of the leaves. It's just spectacular. I do have it in my statue that I bought for my succulents, but I brought it up here and I added the macrophylla. The flowers are pretty, but they're not something super spectacular. What I do like about this plant are the leaves. I mean, the leaves are just so pretty, and they are like a alba marginata type of variegation. It's just on the outside and it's not on all the leaves, but yeah, it is so pretty. I really like it. And this one is planted in aeroid mix and it's doing very nicely. Okay, we're gonna go into the second shelf and we're gonna go to the top one. This one is the Hoya Balianensis. This one has not flowered for me yet, but I do see the peduncle, so this is gonna be new. I believe I have a copy or a picture of the flower, but I believe it's like, I don't remember if it flowered for me or not, but see these little splashes? They're like burgundy splashes. I imagine I got this plant in particular for the color of the flower that I saw when I went to Lixian Orchids. Moving on, we have the Hoya australis, and it's just a one leafer. I believe there's a node. It's an aroid mix. It likes it out here. We'll see if anything happens with that one. I don't expect too much with this one, but we'll see. Okay, now this one's another type of publicalis, but it has basically the same color of flower. It flowered for me recently. I don't see the peduncle around here. Oh, it's gonna flower again, so we can see right there. And the stress on the leaves is just so pretty. It's like a reddish, orangey stress. Look at that, it's just beautiful. I really do like this plant, and it's very proficient. And I do have it in one of the talavera, Mexican talaveras. Okay, now this one is just a pot that I forgot to take out of here. So, okay, now this one, I do like the leaves. This is the Hoya Hybrid EPC 1017. Now this one I did get for the flowers. I'm gonna see if I can get a copy of the flower there so you can see it. And look how beautiful these leaves are. The veiny is just absolutely beautiful. I really do like it. It's got some type of splash. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but yeah, it's like a little splashy. And I did make this trellis, a heart trellis, by some jute burlap yarn. And it's so pretty. Okay, the next one down. This is the Hoya samoensis, and this one has flowered for me quite a lot. As you can tell, we have another peduncle here, and we have several peduncles. I mean, there's just constantly flowering, and it is a nice yellowish. Let's see if I can put a copy of, or a picture of the flower so you can see it. The leaves do stress out, not very much, but they do stress. But they do have a very nice coloring and a nice design. Look at this leaf, so pretty. Okay, here we have the Alocasia woodii regular. This is the green one, and this one had mealybugs, and like usual, it's very susceptible to mealybugs. I put it out here in the sun and the rain, and it has been growing nicely. So, and if I can get this out without hurting it, it'll be fine. Okay, so here we have, it's not very full. I did get this one from seed, and yeah, if you could, let me see if I can see down here. Okay, here we have one flower. I don't know if you can see it. One flower right there. And then it produces the pods once it's fertilized, and the pods have the seeds. And yes, I've been getting a lot of seeds with this. So this one is a seed, Alocasia. So I'm gonna try to get some more seeds and make it a fuller plant. We have this one also, the Hoya enduensis. This one I took outside because it is an aroid mix. I see it kind of dry. I try to water it a lot. Apparently it does like water. So I am gonna be transferring this one into pond. You know, get the humidity and the water that it wants. I don't want it to dry out or have any type of root rot, dry rot, because it's not getting enough water. So we'll see. That's still something that I need to work on. This one right here is the Hoya australis. This one is not the Lisa. This one's the regular one. I'm not sure if this is the australis, if you can let me know just in case. But it does produce white pom-poms, white flowers. This one I do have downstairs, and it has not flowered for me. This is a very difficult one to flower. And here is a little ladybug that I painted, and it's coming out. Okay, now this one I brought outside because it was growing, but nothing spectacular. I have seen it better in the sun, in the ground. So I brought it out here, and I said, you know what? I'm going to try something new for you. So this one's the Alocasia Mickey Mouse variegated. And yes, it should produce bigger leaves, not smaller ones. So I'm keeping an eye on it, and I did bring it out recently, so I'm hopeful that it will grow nicely. Okay, in the back here, we have the Hoya. Let me get this out of here. Okay, this is the Hoya Purpuro Fusco, which is the IML 0728. That's the number, the hybrid number. And this one does produce very beautiful, beautiful flowers. So I'm hopeful that it will grow. And it's growing very nicely. These are new leaves right here. Okay, going to the front, we have the Hoya Hybrid EPC 1016, 1016. And this one, it does not have a trellis, it has a stake. So I will trellis it up pretty soon. And this one also has very beautiful flowers. So most of these Hoyas, remember, I do choose by the color of the flower and not so much of the leaves or the foliage, but some I do get for the foliage, as you can see. That one's really pretty. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the back part here. Now this one did flower when I bought it, and the flowers did die off, as you can see right there. This one is an orchid, a variegated orchid, leaf phalaenopsis. It's a miniature one. It's not a big one, but look at that variegation. Isn't that so pretty? And a new leaf coming out. So I'm happy for this one. Okay, so we're gonna go to the bottom ones. And here I have most of the Sansevierias, which are the Dracaenas. Yeah, this one I need to clear out. I need to clean out. It is. Yeah, it's growing though. This is the Cylindrica. It's called the African Spear. Look how beautiful. I did get this one very small at Home Depot. It was braided, and then it started growing very nicely. Wait a minute. Is this the one? No, I don't think this is the one. This one, I think my friend Norma is the one that gave me one of these, and it started growing and reproducing. So yeah, it's growing very nicely, Norma. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna go into the Sansevieria Dwarf Bancel, which is the Boncellensis. This one I did get in Home Depot, and it is very prolific. I've given so much of this away, and it's just so pretty. They're really cute, like stars, like starfish, and yeah, I like it. And it's in my Dove pot. Okay, here we have the Sansevieria Cylindrica. This is the Betula Bonsai. Bonsel. Yeah, this is the Bonsel, and this is the variegated one. This is growing very nicely. I do have the small, the medium, and the large ones of these. So yeah, growing very nicely. Then on the back, I do have the Samurai, the Sansevieria Samurai, and this one is a new growth. This is a new baby, and it's very strong, very, very hard. I mean, you cannot even bend it. If you even, I mean, maybe if I tried, I'd probably break it, but I don't want that. So yeah, it is very strong. And yeah, I only have one growth. It's growing very nicely. Okay, then on the bottom, I have the Whale Fin, and I need to repot that one like ASAP. And each leaf I can propagate, and it'll grow wider and larger and bigger, and it'll look really nice. And I did get that from seed. Okay, from the bottom, okay, this one is something that I need to fix, which is the Moonshine, the Sansevieria Moonshine. It does not like too much direct sunlight, so I have it underneath. But yes, this one's a little bit something. I need to treat that one. It's a little yellow right there. But the other ones are really nice. Simple, no variegation. Just like a minty color. Okay, now this one right here is the Hoya Crimson Queen. As we can tell, the variegation is on the outside rim of the leaf. And that one's growing nicely. Okay. This one, no, I don't have nothing there. This one is the wisteria. The wisteria is a very sweet plant for mealybugs. I got to take care of this one. I gotta plant it outside and keep an eye on it. The flowers are beautiful, but the plant is very susceptible to mealybugs. Okay, this one right here is a Dieffenbachia. This one's natural to Puerto Rico. I did get it from a leaf in the jungle. Jungle. Okay, but I am going to repot it and be able to take care of it so it can grow better. But it's a new leaf right there, which is nice. This one down here is an Alocasia piccolini, which is the bambino. Everything died off. It's growing back. I don't know if you can tell right beside the giraffe. We have a little spring right there, a little baby. And these alocasias are very temperamental. They like it, they don't like it, they die, they come back. So don't give up hope on the alocasias. Okay, this is the Ficus burgundy. Okay, this one I need to repot also. And it was smaller, and now this is a new leaf. It is bigger. There's a new one coming out. So I'm happy for that one. It seems to like it out here. This one over here, it was sold to me as the Archboldiana. I don't think it is. It constantly flowers for me. But the beauty of this plant in particular is not so much the flowers. The flowers are pretty, nice, cute, but nothing special. But the leaves I really like. They're just so stressed. Look at that beauty. I mean, I love this. So beautiful. Really, I really do like this one. Okay, then we have the Calesia, which is the regular green. It likes to be full. This is a Sansevieria. This one, I'm not sure what the name of this Sansevieria is, but this is a new offspring, new baby. It's growing very nicely, and these are very spiky. But the big one is right here, and it's growing up here. Now this one over here, I believe it is a lipstick plant, Mona Lisa. It was dying off. It was fuller, then it started dying off, and then I planted it here on the wall in this soil. I repotted it and put some nutrients, and it's growing nicely. Very nice. So I'm happy. I see progress. That's what I like to see. So here is the tour of one of the balconies, which I am very happy to have. I know there's some work. I still need to get some of these repotted, and so they can grow even better. So it's just constantly growing, fixing, and repotting, and making sure that they receive the nutrients that they need, everything that they need. So yeah, these are my babies. Hope you liked it, and we'll go to see the other plants then. Okay, this is the other balcony. I just have the water hose outside. It's just part of the deal with all these plants here. I do have a Buntia cactus that is growing very nicely out here in this other balcony. And I also have this Samacurca samifolia regular green growing out here. This was my daughter's, and it needed some tender loving care, and I took it and I said, you know what, I'll take care of it and bring it home. So I repotted it, and it's growing very nicely. It just needs a little bit of love. Okay, and then the rest, oh, I'm sorry, I have another one, a Xanadu philodendron that I have down there because the sun can get really strong here, and the leaves burn. So I put it underneath, and it's growing nicely. Okay, now these other ones over here are the adeniums, which are the desert roses. I've got 6, 3 that repotted on my previous video. This one right here is, okay, this I cut off as a stem. one of the stems. See how it does not grow the caudex as wide as the other ones? This just stays leggy. So yeah, I try to just buy it with the nice root. You can see right there. Look how beautiful this one is. These ones are very beautiful color. This is the Burgundy Sunrise. The leaves are nice. And hopefully it has some flowers soon. It looks like it does. Look at that, right in the middle, right there. We have some flowers coming out, yes. So that means that they like it out here. Okay, so this one's another one that was repotted, I'd say like 3 years ago, and it needs to, no, this one was recent because there was a storm that passed by here recently and it fell, and I repotted in this pot. I love this pot. This plant is so pretty, and then I painted that rock too. How cute. But yeah, I do like these roots up here. I gotta give it a little bit of treatment, make sure that it's nice and healthy. I don't see any growth on this one, but yeah, hopefully this will pop up again. I need to check up on that one. Okay, now this one over here is one that repotted recently. Look at that. Look at that flower. Oh, those flowers are just so pretty. Pretty. This was the leggy one. This is the tall one that I replanted, and I need to spray it down a little bit. And yeah, it's growing, and it likes it out here. Now this is the one that my daughter gave me also, that was flowering, that I repotted, and look, the flowers did come out. See how pretty? It's like a light pinkish with a fuchsia border, and when it gets older, it gets a little more intense. Very beautiful. Yeah, we just repotted these. And this is the other one. I'm gonna spray these down. Okay, this is where I cut it because it had rotted, and these 3 stems came out. So yeah, this one has not flowered yet, but so far so good. They look good. And that's the end of the tour that I have for the second balcony. I hope you have enjoyed it, and see you next time.
I hope you liked the video, and if you did, like, thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel, activate the bell so you can get all the information of when I upload another video. And it would really help me. And yeah, I'd like to keep in touch, and we can learn. I'm always learning from other channels. So yeah, we can always learn to better take care of our plants. So yeah, that's what I would like for you. So from Puerto Rico, I'm going to be sending you the blessings, which is very customary here and very nice. It's very hospitable that everybody sends blessings when you see family members, when you see friends, and yeah, I like those little details that they have here in Puerto Rico. So I'm sending the blessings for you, your family, your pets, and your plants. I wish you the best. Have a beautiful day, and we'll see you until the next video. So take care and see ya. Bye.